Hello, Internet. It's MCZX of the Smart Kingdom. How are you doing? We did Raw yesterday, so now we need to do SmackDown. So this is the SmackDown Live Rundown. Or should it be the SmackDown Live Synopsis? Because synopsis and rundown basically mean the exact same thing. Who cares? Who cares? It's the rundown because the logo's already made for it. So let's just jump right into it. Carmella comes out first. She knows she's about to have that match with Natty tonight. And James Ellsworth is about to do his little introduction for Carmella. But before he can get to that, Kevin Owens interrupts. And you know where this is going. KO's about to bury Shane a little more because of losing his two opportunities to become U.S. champion again. So KO's about to do his little thing, but Shane comes out to nip it in the butt because, Shane knows what's about to happen. Shane basically uses the facts that KO is responsible for losing both his opportunities. KO talks about Shane's kids, a line you don't cross, especially if you love your kids and you have kids. You just don't do that. And it didn't stop from there. Shane warned him, don't go there. KO didn't care. KO goes as far as saying, Shane's family would be better off if he died in that plane crash. He didn't say died, but he said if he didn't make it in that plane crash, he says your wife would be better off, your dad would be better off, and then he says the trigger word, your kids. And Shane just had enough and beat the crap out of KO, and it was rough. He ground and pounded the dude for a good couple minutes, man. And it was interesting. It was interesting to start the show like that. It took Daniel Bryan to get Shane off of Kevin Owens, man. I have a love-hate with promos like this because of the death thing. I think it's poor in taste to bring up death in a promo or talk about someone that's dead or wish death upon someone, because what if that person actually dies the next week or the next month or whatever? It just looks poor in taste, and I don't like those. I mean, talking about a man's kids is one thing, but the death stuff I don't like that. I recall a time where I believe Dusty Rhodes, it was Dusty Rhodes, Goldust, and Cody was in a promo, and Cody was Stardust at the time, and he wished his dad died, and I think maybe a month or two after that, he died, and it sucked. It's the same with the Paige and Reed Flair thing. It's just uncomfortable to bring up someone who's dead in a promo to get heat. It's just uncomfortable. I know what it's for, but I don't like it. It just bothers me. Next up, we go backstage, and Daniel Bryan is apologizing to Kevin Owens. KO says he's going to sue everyone. Daniel's like, there can be a better way to handle this. There can be a better way. And KO's like, yeah, you're right. There is a better way. I'm going to deal with Shane myself. So we start to show off with story progression. Next up was Carmella versus Natalya, the match we were supposed to have in the beginning of the show. And it wasn't much of a match. Natty wins with a roll-up after Ellsworth tries to cash in. Once Carmella, I think Carmella landed a kick and it knocked Natty down. And after that, he gets up with the briefcase. Like, oh, come on, cash in. And she's like, no cash in, no cash in. And Natty wins with a roll-up. And then we get another savage promo from Carmella this time. She gets so pissed at Ellsworth. She says things along the lines of, you're the sorriest excuse of a human being. Your mother should have given you away at birth. You should be at a zoo. You're not even human. You stuck your nose in my business for the last time. And she's done with Ellsworth. Ooh, that hurt. It's over. Carmellsworth is over. And man, that was rough to see. Next up is Dolph Ziggler. I'm sorry, the re-debut of Dolph Ziggler. And it's the same thing. It's the same Dolph Ziggler. Nothing's new here. He's not even having a match, it seems like. Ziggler says the fans don't appreciate what he can do in the ring. He berates the fans for it. One of his quotes was, you don't want me. You just rather some dumb gimmick. And here comes the lulls. So Cena's music hits. And Dolph Ziggler runs out with the Cena hat and a DZ t-shirt saying, buy this. It was so funny. He's like, oh, you don't like that? You don't like that? Well, how about some nostalgia? So then he comes out as Macho Man Randy Savage with a fake Miss Elizabeth on his arm. He's like, oh, no one likes the nostalgia act? No. Well, how about this gimmick? Naomi's music hits. And Dolph does the entire entrance. it's just hilarious. It's a complete waste of time, but it is funny. Dolph ends it with, anyone can do these gimmicks, but no one can do what I do in the ring. I hate you all. I'm like, we love you, Dolph. I love you. And that's it. I'm like, dude, it's time to go to New Japan because this is wasting your time. Aiden English versus Sami Zayn is next, and it's like a squash match. I don't even think it lasted long. Somehow Aiden English won with a roll-up and began to sing at the end, and then Sami chased him. And what? Just what? I'm confused. Cut backstage to another segment. Daniel's on the phone, and I believe it's Vince McMahon he's on the phone with. He says he's got to go to the ring and do something about this Shane and KO situation. So Daniel comes out to the ring. No music, looking super serious. He asks Shane to come to the ring, and he doesn't for the first time. He asks him again. Then Shane comes out. Also no music. Super serious looking. It's not good news. So Daniel says KO kept pushing him to the point that Daniel wanted to headbutt KO, but he didn't because of Shane. Shane was like, it's for the fans, it's for the show. You can't do that stuff. Shane says he takes full responsibility for his actions, but when you talk about his family, he goes into a blind rage, like anybody would. Duh. Shane asks Daniel, oh, if the shoe was on the other foot, how would you feel? And Daniel's like, don't you go there. You know, that's different. Shane says he's going to smooth things over, but Brian's like, it's too late for that. And I'm like, oh no, I know what's coming. Brian said he got a call from Vince, and well, Shane isn't fired, but he's indefinitely suspended. You know, I'm a little confused by that because Shane is Daniel Bryan's boss. And if Shane is Daniel Bryan's boss, how can Daniel Bryan fire his boss? I'm a little lost. Are Shane and Daniel Bryan co-GMs where they both make matches and handle backstage stuff? Or is it something like Steph and Foley, where Steph was more like a supervisor and Foley handled the wrestlers and Steph came out only when it was super serious business? I'm not sure what the relationship is, but when Vince says you're gone, you're out of here. So we won't be seeing Shane for a while, at least until Hell in a Cell, where I'm sure he's going to have a match with Kevin Owens. So that was a segment. A lot of segments on this episode of SmackDown Live. Next up is Baron Corbin versus Dillinger in a good match, but Corbin won after cheating, and AJ made sure you understood that Corbin cheated by saying, cheap shot, cheap shot, cheap shot. He just kept on going with that cheap shot, man. And anyway, I guess AJ versus Corbin is going to be a thing. Bobby Roode is up next, and I'm thinking another squash match, but no, it's just a video package on who is Bobby Roode. Weird. I don't see why we're doing that. We know who Bobby Roode is. Well, okay, I know who Bobby Roode is. The casual audience may not know who Bobby Roode is, so they have to do video packages on him explaining all the stuff he's done. Now, if he's portrayed as a heel in the video packages, shouldn't he be a heel on SmackDown Live? He's kind of a dick in the video packages. Like, everything I touch turns into gold, box office, glorious, blah, 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 blah. I'm the NXT champion. NXT was my image. The people he beat in the video package were all baby faces that people like. It's presenting a conflicting character. Like, is he a heel or is he a face? What is it? If he's going to be neutral, that's cool, but make up your mind, WWE. We have another segment. Ellsworth begs Carmella for another chance. You know, he's like, you're right. I am subhuman. I am the scum of the earth. I'm ugly and we'll do everything your way, and I won't get in your way anymore. I'll shut up. I'll be quiet. And Carmella stops him and he says, from now on, we're doing things my way. And they pause. She puts her hand like by his shoulder, and then she kisses him. And I'm like, what the fuck? What are you doing? What are you doing? And right after she kisses him, she slaps him. I am confused at this point, because I guess the kiss was for the loyalty and having my back all the time, and the slap was, that's for effing up tonight, you idiot. We're gonna go back and do things as usual because that's what we do. So confusing. Main event time, Shinsuke Nakamura and Randy Orton. Here we go. The match of the night, clearly, because the rest of the matches, well, I can't even compare those to this match. This was an actual match that could have went either way. compared to a roll-up with Natty and Carmella, a roll-up with Aiden English and Sami Zayn, Corbin winning by cheating, and now you have this match. I mean, come on. It's clearly going to be the best match you put on tonight. And it was nice to hear the Kinshasa by Corey Graves. I missed you saying that, Corey. Nakamura wins clean over Orton, meaning Nakamura has a clean victory over Orton and Cena. It was awesome. However, Nakamura's win was overshadowed by the KO storyline because we cut backstage and Daniel's like, Shane's just been suspended and we're going to make things right, okay? KO says, we're just getting started, buddy. I'm going to make SmackDown Live the Kevin Owens show and a personal nightmare for you, Brian. Daniel's like, no, you won't, because you have to deal with another McMahon next week. Like, oh, he called in his wife. KO's like, oh, he called in his wife. Okay, whatever. I can deal with that. And Brian's like, no, not his wife. Mr. McMahon. So Vince McMahon is coming to SmackDown Live next week in Las Vegas. That's going to pop the ratings. And we end with a shot of Shinsuke doing the yow thing, and it cuts off. If I had to grade this SmackDown gets a D. Oh, man. Where to start? So many. This show was story progression all the way. There was barely any wrestling on this show. So much story progression. The Natty Carmella match, story progression. The KO thing, story progression. The Dolph Ziggler thing was a waste of time. It was funny, but a waste of time. Corbin and Dillinger was okay, but it wasn't the best match because when you look at it, I'm like, come on, you guys can put on better matches, and they didn't get the time to because we were so busy doing all these promos and video packages and weird story progressions. I mean, we didn't have that many matches. Aiden English versus Sami Zayn, come on. They put on a great match. That one time, no, that wasn't Aiden English and Sami Zayn. That was Aiden English and Ty Dillinger. That was a great match. I don't know why Ty isn't feuding with Aiden. They have great chemistry. Maybe next week we get a decent match between Dillinger and AJ without Corbin screwing it all up. But besides Nakamura and Randy Orton, which was kind of the high point of the show, and I guess the storyline progression between KO and Shane, there's not much to really say about this show. It was kind of lacking. We didn't even get a tag team match between the Usos or anything. And we didn't get another women's match. We normally get 2 women's matches on the show, but we only got 1. So this SmackDown gets a D. You guys got to do better. I'm getting disappointed. Becky Lynch. Oh, God, I hate myself. That wasn't good. But that's it for this episode of the SmackDown Live Rundown. Smash that like button, share it with your friends, spread the word about us, because, oh man, we need all the exposure we can get. And that's it. So hopefully next week SmackDown Live doesn't suck so much. Alright, take care. See you next week. Mae Young Classic stuff is coming on Friday. I'm all caught up, by the way. I just have to record everything. Alright, later.